Okay, where are we at now?
I don't
Words of
remember.
affirmation. Do you have any
Jeez.
takeaways in regards to that?
So with this and a lot of my other relationships, they didn't say like a lot of things like, I'm proud of you,
Mm,
or I appreciate the things that you do for me. A lot of my relationships that I've been in, they just really didn't really take consideration that that's what I need. And I think a lot of that goes back to my childhood about like my father and how like I was verbally and mentally abused. And
mm,
so because of that, I feel like I need the validation. I need to hear that. And so because I wasn't getting that from my relationships, it just made me feel like I don't deserve it. I don't deserve things. So like to be able to hear things like I'm proud of you, you're doing really great. Um Different things like that. Because I didn't hear those, it made me realize that I actually do like hearing those things.
mm-hmm.
And when I do get those things, it actually makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Is that the way to say it? I don't know if that's the way to say it. It also goes into play with we're just gonna say it. I have a brace kink. So it goes into play with that. So
Sorry, I know there's backstories that I know about this. That's why I am laughing.
so um so yeah, but from my other like what I took away from my other is that I learned what I do deserve hearing, what I do like to hear, and then of course, what we just talked about.
Yes, good girl.
Yeah. Feeling a little hot in here. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I have the AC on, so you guys might hear that. So I apologize if you do. It's a hot day here, or hot night here in Georgia. So for me, when it comes to words of affirmation, like my takeaways, is I feel like me and you are very similar when it comes to not getting it growing up. Like I was never told like, "Oh, you're a good girl." I didn't mean it like that. I was not I was never told, praising things. I'm proud of you. I love you, stuff like that. In my family, it was like you never express emotions unless it's like you're happy or it's an masculine emotion. Like the softer side of you never showed up.
Right.
And like my family was really big on the whole never complain, never explain. And so if something happened to you that like all the trauma that happened to me, it was always like, well, we're not going to talk about it. Nobody talked about it. They knew. I'm assuming they knew, you know, and it was just swept under the rug. Like it was never talked about, you know.
Right.
And anything that I did that wasn't what they wanted, I would get the crap beat out of me and told, oh, well, you embarrassed me. I would get all the negative side of it and never the positive side of it, where it's like, I love you, you're doing great in school, nothing like that. But I feel like I'm in the same boat as you when it comes to not getting that. So that's something that you need. And I feel like when it comes to words of affirmation, it's almost like what you need to hear says more about
Mhm.
you than actually needing to hear it.
Right.
Like of course we want to hear it. Like I would love for Jeremy to tell me that, oh, he does, but I'm just saying I would love to hear, I'm proud of you, or you're so smart, or you're doing such a great job, stuff like
Right.
that. But it's one of those like I feel like psychologically what I need to hear says more about me and what I need in regards instead of what I need from him. I don't know
Right.
if that came out right.
Well, no, I understood it.
Yeah.
I think you worded it better than I did, so.